you also argue in the book that we need leaders with principles that make them work with people they disagree with. I was really struck by that in the book, that you're actively encouraging people to work with people that they disagree with to make that type of progress you've just described. That feels very far from the reality of what we're getting in our politics right now.
I don't know. I mean, and I'd be interested in your take on this, but I feel like what we display to the public is the sort of worst of politics. It's why whenever PMQs happens, I'm almost invariably found heading in the other direction, because it doesn't really reflect the reality of what does often happen in politics, perhaps not enough, but people working together across party lines in the interests of their communities and their country. And you see it all over the place in Parliament. You just don't see it on the telly. So it happens more in committee rooms than it does in the chamber. It happens in the all-party groups, and it often just happens through informal conversations. I mean, I've shadowed a lot of Tory ministers over the last 13 years, and the best ones were the ones where we had a shared agenda, and we often didn't, where we were able to work together to make that happen. Whether that was me having to create an enormous row about something that they were unable to get through internally in order to create the political pressure and therefore then the space for them to move into, or whether it was about just stepping back and not creating a row at a certain moment when they were on the cusp of being able to make change, and the window for that would have shrunk had it become a party political football. There are those examples of where, everyday examples of where politicians are participating across the political divide. And I want to see more of it. I want to see it explicitly part of our mission, that we're here to build better communities, stronger local economies, a better country. And we should be working with whoever it takes in order to make change and trying to build the widest possible consensus around that. I want to win the next general election. Of course I do, and I'll fight tooth and nail for that. But if Michael Govy's doing the right thing around housing or levelling up or anything in his brief, I'll support him, because I want that to succeed. And I think that's the least that the public should expect from us.